Stay tuned as we crank up the volume for a battle of the boomboxes. It's called a dBDrag race. We'll tell you what it is next. When you mention the word hobby, the first things people think about are collecting things, maybe model plane building. But for those who like their cars and who like loud music, really loud music, there's another hobby that's a little more daring. One with a very simple goal: to build a boombox that's louder than anyone else's. Here's Natasha Stillwell.
Frank Valenti is bringing his van into the garage for some repairs.
I don't know how much gas is in it, so...
Frank isn't trying to make his van faster, he's trying to make it louder. In fact, he's trying to build the loudest car stereo in the world.
I like to produce at least 171 decibels today.
The heart of this van isn't under the hood, it's in the back. 24 batteries powering 11 amplifiers, driving 4 massive speakers. There were 5 speakers when he tested the system last night. One didn't survive.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Frank blows a lot of speakers. Not surprising, given what he's putting them through. Your home stereo is probably in the 100-watt range. Frank's car stereo is in the 24,000-watt range. That's dance club range, rock concert range. Pack that kind of power into a small cube van, and you get a stereo that packs a punch strong enough to kill you. Literally stop your heart.
Can you give me a knife, Lou?
But generating that kind of volume takes more than hardware. It also takes time, money, and smarts.
It relies a lot on the construction of speakers and amplifiers and batteries. Like, everything down the line has to be pretty much bulletproof.
Frank's van was once rated the loudest in North America. Right now, it's number 2.
I want my number 1 back.
And today, he'll take a big step towards reclaiming that title. He'll be competing in a dBDrag race, one of the many he'll enter this year.
We have Michael Lopes in lane 2.
Events like this are held all around the world. The participants accumulate points that are applied to their global ranking.
Lane 1 ready? Lane 2? Yeah. Go!
Success here isn't measured in miles per hour, but in decibels.
We have a 151.4 and a 146.9.
One by one, contestants pull up to the line. Judges attach a microphone to their windshields. That microphone is connected to a computer that records the sound pressure or volume inside the vehicle. Every decibel counts in this contest. But adding decibels isn't just a matter of adding more amplifiers. An increase of a single decibel requires about 10 more amplifiers. And those 10 amps need another 40 batteries for power. Instead, these dBDrag racers have come up with other ways to squeeze volume out of their stereo. Some line their vehicles with concrete to keep the sound waves inside the vehicle.
About 50 bags of concrete, 26 golf cart batteries, 2 4,000-watt amps of Isonics. We still have 6 more coming, and 2 18-inch subs.
Glass windshields are replaced with 1-inch thick plexiglass.
We've actually blown out one windshield in March.
Someone on it.
Yeah, so sometimes the windshield will pop right out. It's so loud.
The interiors of these vehicles are designed to direct as much sound as possible right at the microphone up front.
We're trying to play with some angles, almost like a parallelogram, to get that mic pressure the loudest where that mic goes.
And then there's one last trick of getting sound to the microphone. You literally hold it in. When it's time to turn on the stereo, it helps to have some friends willing to muscle vibrations back into the car. These audio systems aren't designed to play music. They're made to blast out a 1-second burst of tone. A single frequency that these guys call a burp. And one burp can pretty much drain all those batteries. Some of these vehicles are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The high-power batteries they use cost $100 each. A single amplifier is worth more than $1,000. So why spend all this time and money on a stereo that can't play music?
People collect stamps and they consider that to be a hobby. I don't know, I think it's a waste of time and money myself, but This is what I do.
It's just an addiction. And once you get started, it's like, why do you want the fastest car? Why do you want the land speed record? You know, you just kind of, you get good at something and you just kind of push it to the envelope and see if you can get a little better, get a little better.
Frank's biggest competition today comes from this van.
We need 40 batteries of 165 amps of current per battery to drive the amplifier load that we want to do, which is about 32,000 watts.
No, you got nothing here, Jay.
But right now, all those batteries and all those amplifiers are generating nothing but silence. For some reason, that power isn't being translated into sound. And rather than watch the competition fail, Frank jumps in to help. After a few repairs, this van is ready to compete.
Really? Go or what?
It registers a whopping 169.9 decibels. That means Frank will have to hit 170 to win. If the space shuttle blasted off from this parking lot, it would only register 150. Add 10 decibels to that, and you double the volume. So Frank's van is 4 times louder than the shuttle. With that kind of volume, you can't sit inside the van with the stereo cranked. You have to be able to control the stereo from the outside. 171.5 decibels. That's enough to make Frank a winner today, and much happier than he was last night when his speakers were blowing up.
For the 4 drivers being in the wrong box and all the wrong tuning and everything like that, I don't think I could ask for anything more.
With today's success, Frank is just a few points away from being ranked first in the world. But it will take more late nights, more blown speakers, and some ear-splitting tests to get there. Because in dBDrag racing, you don't become number 1 without making a bit of noise.
Well, that's all the high-volume stories we have on this edition of Discoveries This Week. Thanks for watching. I'm Jill Deacon. See you next time.
You've opened the Science Channel's Mystery Files. Stay with us for more strange science and unexplained phenomena. Cool stuff. Only on the Science Channel.